Gentlemen, how we doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over my strategies in NHL 23. Not going to waste any of your time, so let's get right into it. So for my forward lines, I run behind the net probably 80 to 90% of the time. I always start with behind the net activated on all four lines. Occasionally I will switch to overload if he's really good at defending behind the net, or if he's just really sitting in front of his net and I'm not getting anything going. Sometimes I switch to crash the net if I feel like I'm not getting enough zone time, but I am getting some good rush opportunities. But normally it's just behind the net. I have carry and dump set all the way to 10 on the dump scale. I have shoot all the way to 10, and I have energy efficiency right in the middle. And then I have don't block all the way to 0 so that my AIs are not blocking. And that's the same for all four of my lines. So we'll switch to defense, and it's the same thing. I got the same strategies for all three D pairings. My hold line pinch is set to 0. My cycle shoot is right in the middle, and that's about it for that. We'll switch to team strategies. Now this is going to be the most important part of this video. Switching these strategies got me from Division 4 to all the way to Division 2. So I've been Division 3 for most of the year. Late November, early December, I was really struggling. I dropped all the way down to Division 4. I was like just about to get into Div 2, and for whatever reason, I could not stop losing games. And what I was doing, I was using strategies that were similar to what I used in past games. In NHL 22, NHL 21, I really like to be physical and aggressive on the forecheck, and it's just hard to do in this game. In NHL 23, it's a lot harder to forecheck, and it's a lot harder to defend both the rush and when the puck is in your zone. So I found these strategies. I researched, looked at what the pros were doing. Now I'm not a pro, obviously, at this game. I'm in Division 2. I'm getting 10-ish, 10, 11 wins in HUT champs if I were to play the full 20, which I haven't done lately. But this strategy, changing these strategies, got me from maybe 5 wins in HUT champs to starting my HUT champs off 5-0, 6-0, 6-1, and getting easily 10 plus wins every weekend if I really tried to get those 20 games played. So the forecheck, 1-2-2 passive. Neutral zone is 1-4. My trap forecheck right in the middle. And the big thing here is, instead of forechecking aggressively on the player who has the puck in his zone, like by his net or by his goal line, what I try to do is be aggressive in the sense that I'm cutting off his passes, cutting off his lanes, trying to trap him at his own blue line. So that's kind of just the different mentality there. Another thing, I got this one from Polgs, the pro gamer, the professional NHLer, NHL 23er, right? He does high pressure in defensive zone. Now, normally in past games, I wasn't really great at the last couple games. I've gotten a lot better this year now that I actually kind of know what I'm doing. And I really liked high pressure. Now, you can get burned if you're playing a really good player. If you're playing a Div 1 player, they know how to suck you in, and then, 2 quick passes is in the back of your net. But if you're in Division 2 or lower, or higher divisions, high pressure could be very effective for you. I would definitely try it out. And then I've just used collapsing. Typically, this works the best for me. If I do notice that a guy is using his points a lot, trying to do like DDD one-timers, I'll just switch it up to tight point. I can usually get a breakaway or 2 right off the bat as soon as I switch that. But I start at collapsing, and there's been some pros that say like the difference between staggered and tight point really doesn't actually do anything in this game. I haven't really noticed it. I feel like when I switch from collapsing to tight point on a guy who's using his defense a lot, I tend to get like breakaways. So I don't know. And then my offensive strategies, I usually start on aggressive. Now, I don't like anything less than aggressive. I find that I get stuck in my own zone too much. I don't get through the neutral zone with speed as often as I would like to. So I am always on aggressive. The one time that changes is if I'm like down and it's late in the game, I might put on full attack. But you just get burned way too easily if you try full attack consistently, in my opinion. You could lose a 50-50 puck battle, or your AI could barely touch the puck for like half a second, so much so that you don't even actually like get control of the puck, and it just sends your AI forwards, and even the offside defenseman just sends them to the neutral zone, sends them attacking. So I use aggressive. except when I'm shorthanded. When I'm shorthanded, I put full attack on, and I'll talk more about that when I get to the penalty kill. But typically aggressive, shorthanded, I pretty much always go full attack. Control breakout, I do 3 high, I do leave zone early, and I don't really mess with the control breakout or the quick breakout all that much. I find these to be effective, so I haven't had to mess with it at all. And then we'll get to the power play. So the power play, honestly guys, I don't mess with the rolls too much. I haven't really found them to be that accurate anyways. My power play strategies, I typically start overload. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I can't stand the power play strategies. I find that all of them are worse than just, you know, behind the net at 5-on-5. So sometimes I'll go shooting, sometimes I do overload. I rarely do umbrella or 1-3-1 just because it's that 1D high. And if you're in division 3 or 2 or 1, like, players are too good. They can just force high pressure, get breakaways way too easily. So I typically go overload and just kind of get the puck to the corner, try to cycle it up to my D, get that D to D one timer, or D to D to cycle to the cycling forward that's coming up in the neutral zone, or I just go over the corner and kind of take it behind the net, you know, because that's what I'm familiar with. My face-off formation is pretty much always normal. Offensive pressure, while I'm on the power play, I go aggressive. Actually need to change that. My power play carry dump in is set all the way to power play carry. I do 5 back on the power play breakout just because if I am playing someone who's good and they kind of know what they're doing and can get some odd man Russians coming back my way, having that 5 guys back is going to be helpful. Same quick breakout, leave zone early, and then getting on to the PK. So I like the diamond penalty kill. I've actually found this one to be very effective. I'm really good at killing penalties, and I don't feel like it's hard in this game. If you look at the different, here, I'll move my webcam here briefly. If you look at the different setups here, this is kind of a box, a large box. You have a 1-1-2, where you got 2 guys right on either side of the net. I don't really love that one, but if you're giving up like goals from behind the net while you're shorthanded, maybe try that out. The diamond here, I like that Bobby Holik on my penalty kill here is high. And then I have 3 forwards kind of protecting that front of the net. Now, or 3 players protecting that front of the net. Now, again, I go full attack while I'm shorthanded, and I'm very aggressive. Anytime the puck goes above like the dashers or the face-off dot, I'm very aggressive, and I find that to be successful. Again, most likely that's because you're either doing overload, which isn't very effective while on the power play, or they're going to do something where they only have that 1D up high, and it's very easy to kind of force them out of the zone, right? Or get the puck and go out in on a breakaway. So that's what I like. And that's pretty much it. So the most important thing for me was going to changing my team strategies for a 1-2-2 passive forecheck. Your trap forecheck's right in the middle. Your neutral zone trap is 1-4. I know it's kind of sucks to have to do a trap. For me, I always know that when I'm going against someone who does that 1-4 trap, that's when I struggle the most, and that's when I struggle to get the puck through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone the most. So I tried it, and I noticed that I have a lot of success stopping him from getting the puck out of his own blue line or crossing the red line when I use this setup, and that leaves a lot of zone time. I'm really good when I'm in the offensive zone, and I can just cheese behind the net or, you know, do whatever I want to do, right? So, and then when players are in their defensive zone, most guys that aren't Div 1 they don't know how to defend properly, and if you can cycle for 10, 15 plus seconds, they'll start freaking out, and then you can just, you know, manipulate whatever they're doing to score some easy goals, or they take penalties, right? So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if these strategies have helped. Let me know if there's something else that you use that you like. Thank you for watching, guys. If you're new, please consider sticking around. Hit that subscribe button. Lots more content on the way. I'm not really big on the tips and tricks, but I could potentially start doing more of those. Again, I feel like I'm not quite elite at the game yet. I'm about Div 2, and I'm trying to get into that Div 1, trying to get better. I have gotten a lot better recently over the last couple months, and again, these strategies are a big part of it. So if you enjoyed this video, drop a like. Thank you for watching. See you next time.